2, and today we're going to continue on with part 2 of the MINI2 and exposure. And today I just wanted to, again, just a quick refresher. Maybe this is the first time you saw my videos, and so I'm going to ask you to open up the app to turn on your controller if you're using your cell phone, and go into the app, and also turn on your drone as well, because it won't work if you don't have all three turned on. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is to go into your app. Press on these three buttons. We're going to make sure that you have things set up like I do. And this is going to help you when we look at the subject today of getting that proper exposure. But then we want to lock and unlock that exposure. We don't want it to shift on us when we're videoing or when we're taking photos. So that's what we're going to do. So I want you to go to Control on your app, and I want you to go down, keep going down until you see Button Customization. And you'll notice that you got one tap and also two taps. Now if you go into that, you have a choice. Now I've got mine, we'll first tap one tap onto AE lock and unlock. And I want that to stay there. Okay, and then for the double tap, which basically I put recenter the gimbal. Okay, now we're going to go over to the camera, and in the camera we're going to go down, and we're going to see, let me see here now. I want us to come down to your histogram, and I want you to turn that on, and also overexposure warning to turn that on. You're going to see that's going to help us quite a bit in setting our exposure. And you'll find some of the things, I don't want to go in and repeat everything I said in the previous video, but take time just to watch it. Okay, so now we're going to go back into that. So now I just want you to see, we're not going to fly our drone at the moment. I just want you to look into your app, and I'm going to show you some things here on the screen. So I'm going to go to, now if I just tap the screen, I'm in photo mode and auto mode. If I tap the screen, you'll see like a yellow circle that comes, and the sun. Now you can, what that would do, you can set your exposure this way. You'll notice, let me get it here, that it begins to change on the screen. Okay, and I'm going to bring up the screen so you can see that. As you push that up, now if you'll notice the sky, and again I'll show you right here, but if you notice the sky, you got these zebra stripes and in the sky. So we don't want that. So we're going to tap that again. Now, as long as that yellow button is up, you can do that autofocus right there. As you look down into the right-hand corner of the EV, you'll notice when you are moving that scale up and down, you'll notice that the EV down there moves as well. So that's one way we can do it. Now another way we can change that is we click on it, and you'll notice that there is a little scale that comes up. Now you can move around that scale, and you'll notice your screen color begins to change. Now notice now we got these zebra things in again, zebra stripes. We don't want that, so we bring it down. So let's try it right there. Now because we have use the FN button, and we control it to be so that we can press it. Now that's going to lock that exposure. That auto exposure is locked. Now wherever I move, nothing should change. Okay, the same color, I'm just holding it up. I'm just going to move it around. You can still see some zebra stripes, so we could bring that down lower, but you'll notice everything basically now is staying the same. It's not moving. Okay, and that's what we want for our exposure. Okay, now let me just show you. I'm going to unlock it. Okay, click that button again. Now it's unlocked. So now when I move it, let's see what happens. If I bring it up towards the sky, point it up like this. Okay, so you don't see these zebra stripes is because the EV is changing with what's happening. Now sometimes that probably could work for us, but there's other times that it's not going to. Okay, so that's how you change that, and that's the EV. Now I'm going to show you. Okay, this is in photo, and in a moment we'll fly and we'll show you by example. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to video. Okay, and that button right here, if you click on that, okay, right here, that's going to be your video and your also your photo. So now we click it because we want to come to video. So I want to show you something else now in relation to setting the exposure when you are in video. Now you can see we're still in auto now, and you can still see we have it how to. So we need to push that screen. Now we want to shift that EV. So I'm doing it by the scale this time on the bottom. So if we come back, okay, that brings the zebra stripes back in. I'm going to bring it over here. Now I'm on 2.3, just because where I'm focusing. And you'll see that they're all gone. Now, so what I want to do, I want to lock that. There's two ways that we can do it when we're in video. We can just tap that screen, and there's a box that comes up. We just hold our finger into it. Now it's locked. Okay, so I can move that anywhere, and it's not going to change. Okay, again, now this is in for video. Now, another way we could lock it, once we got the focus in the way we want, or the exposure, pardon me, then you could click that button. Okay, okay, now it's locked. Okay, again, so we click the button. So it's two ways when you are in the for video. Okay, so that's for auto.